Right, what is up, my wonderful people? It's been what 2.5 weeks or whatever since I made a video. Um, yeah, not good. Your boy has been busy than sick twice. That's right. Like, wow, right? I was sick for a week, then I got unsick from that cold, and then I got the flu. Right, not ideal. Um, I was going to, put a video that is just me tracking my calorie for the whole week. Um, but that kind of went out the window. So I'm just gonna talk about it right here, right? So that, it doesn't have to be all messy. Um, Before I started the cut, it's 181.0, which it is what it is. Not that bad. I thought I was gonna be like 187. Turns out not as bad, right? 181, it's okay. And then I think after week one of the cut, I was 180.4, which not exactly where I wanted to be, but you know, considering the circumstances, I'm okay with it. Um, Now, week two's weigh in is in 2 days, so we'll see how that goes. Now, little flash warning. Next clip is gonna be me posing, shirtless. All right, I know, disgusting. But that is gonna be the pre-cut physique check. Not the best. Again, I don't even know how to pose well, so get ready for that. And after that is gonna be a collage of my push day, one of my push day, and a pull day, which I did today, Friday. So, um, this video is going to be kind of long. Just an estimate of how I'm structuring everything. I think it might be like 20 something minutes, which I know, right? Kind of shit. But yeah, no. Get ready, I guess. And thanks for watching. Let's cut to the physique. All right, so I'm just gonna quickly talk over this. Yeah, front double bicep, whatever this is. It's not terrible, but you can see clearly, like, stomach fat. It is what it is. Also, lighting kind of bad. We'll fix next time. All right, so here comes a push day from a week and a half ago, I think. Yes, it really has been that long, and I'm not doing my job, you know, of keeping track of when things are. So this is at the very beginning of the cut. So the strength is still there, even though this is like in between sickness, right? So all of the sets are not like peak performance, but it is what it is type of level, you know? So it's fine. Um, yeah, it's your standard push day, right? I got bench, I got shoulder press, I got chest flies, and I got a lateral raise. Um, I remember this one being not the, you know, longest of chest days. Yeah, as you can see, I failed there. See, this time I got smart, right? Because last time almost got crushed by 235. So this time, I knew I wasn't going to do that many reps. So I called a guy over so I can actually hit failure. And after that, went straight down to two plates and had a guy spot me just in case, I embarrass myself again, which, I did, right? But it is what it is, going to failure is nice, right? And at the end of the day, two plates is kind of okay. It's not like nothing weight, even though nowadays, right, gymflation, real thing, so people are saying like, oh, 2 plates ain't that much anymore. But if you think about it, 2 plates is still a decent weight. Shoulder press. Now, this is like one of the exercises that I realize fluctuates so much based on like if I'm feeling it that day or not. Because if it's a good day, I can do 110 pounds, 120 pounds, and whatnot, right? For reps, right? I'm pretty sure one of the clips from one of the previous videos, if I included it, had like me trying to rep it for the full stack, and I did it for like two, right? But on a bad day, which I don't think I show it this push day, but like, sometimes I can't even go 90, I had to go like 80 or 70, right? Same thing with lateral raise. If it's a good day, I can go 110, or even slightly higher, with the turning of the knob, 120 if maybe. But on a bad day, you know, 70 for like 5 is hard. So, I don't know. Gym inconsistencies is like quite a big thing with me, which I don't know why that happens, but it is what it is. Over the next few weeks, I'm expecting to like see more and more steady decline in the weights that I'm doing, but I'm fine with that just because, sacrifices for that beautiful Greek god physique that I so um want, so it is what it is. Right. Now that is push day. So on to the chest flies. Right. Um these machines are okay. Right. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it. It's not my favorite. I definitely like cable a lot more. You can get the stretches a lot better, but I still do them if they're open, which they rarely are, just because like chest flies is such a popular exercise. There are 3 chest flies machines in the basement of this gym, yet, like always, they're always occupied, right? So it is what it is. Um, as you can see, you know, I'm trying to make it controlled and not bend my elbows at all, so I can get that full motion with chest alone, and instead of, letting other weird parts of my body do the work, like I don't know, elbows and all that. But yeah, as you can see at the end, form starts to get sloppy. So it is what it is though. I think after this, that is it for the push day. And next up is leg day, which this leg day I did quite a few sets and it incapacitated me for a few days. So, all right, on to leg day. Once again, can I point out the absurdity within my physique where doing 185 on bench is like a part of my warm up, right? Like I've even done 185 as my first set of warm ups before, right? And that wasn't even like that bad, right? And doing 185 as a squat, like me doing with like 5, 6 reps is like, okay, the time to stop, it's all good, right? And 205 is this? Yeah, it's 205 is like, you know, hard, right? Like you can see me clearly struggling at the last few reps there. Like, man, right? Years. Well, I've only been working out for 2 years, but like, you know, just me neglecting legs as much as I can every single time, every single chance I get, right, has led to me only being able to do 205 for like 6 or 7 reps at the very most, while on bench, on a good day, I can bench 245 for 8, right? But it is what it is. Uh, I will try to do more legs as I go, I guess. Especially now, because I already have toothpick legs, so the cut is gonna make this even worse, right? One thing I can say though is at least the form at which I squat isn't like terrible, right? Because back in high school, when the teachers are recording down all of like, the bench, squat, deadlift numbers, just as a thing, um, I used to basically make up random stuff, right? Because, bench, I never made up anything, right? Of course, because I was naturally good at benching anyways. So I didn't need to, do that. But when the teacher was checking, like, oh, how much did you improve for a squat, right? Like, I would have the worst form. Like, unironically, like, maybe I was quarter squatting it, right? And, my PR for squat, quote unquote, that's recorded is like 3 plates, which not even close. Okay. Like, I would die if I go like how deep I'm actually supposed to go. 3 plates, I would get crushed, right? Like it's gonna be a nightmare, right? Not anywhere close. Realistically, how much can I actually squat right now? If I had to guess, which I'm not gonna test anytime soon, it is like 265 max, right? So yeah, um, really need to work on squats. Really need to work more leg days. But man, is it hard every single time. It's like, ugh, right? If I do one leg day a week, then like 2 days after the leg day, my legs, I'm just gonna be hurting every step I take, right? But if I do 2 leg days a week, that feels a little bit excessive, like the amount of pain is basically constant, right? Like, you're not minusing the pain. It's just are you distributing it across 2 leg days or 1 leg day, right? And I mean, I've tried to cut like 3 or 4 times, right? And every single time, that's the excuse of me not doing legs because, oh, I need to do more cardio. Cardio is running. And if my legs hurt, I can't run, which, it's not like the worst excuse in the world, I guess. But still, this time I really hope I can stick to 1 leg day a week at least, right? And by the way, right, this leg curl is like the same day at which I posted the YouTube short. So think about how long it is between that shorts and this video being posted. And the push day was before that. So kind of crazy. Um, and also this video is getting longer than I expected. So most likely I am going to make the rest of the clip, which is basically all the clips from this week, into a whole separate video that I hoping I can edit and post on Sunday, because if I post everything together, then it's gonna be like a 45-minute video, and I'm already yapping long enough. So yeah. Okay, like I just said, I'm gonna just end the video here because the rest of the days, which I have a push day and a pull day saved up, those, I bought the mic, right? The reason why I bought the mic, by the way, it's really funny, right? Because usually, or not usually, right? Like I didn't think I would put any actual investment in this because it's just silly, right? But it's because my computer, right, or the editing software doesn't recognize any of my computer's like mic, right? Like it's a system array of mics, right? And it shows 8 mics, and none of which records audio. So what I had to do in the last 2 videos, which was really awkward, is I play the video here and then I just record it into my phone and I send the audio of my phone to my email, I download it and then I upload it, you know. And ugh, why do that when you can just have a cheap mic that, you can just connect to your computer. So it finally recognizes that, oh, there is an input, right? Now, why don't I just use my what you call it, headphones as the mic, you might ask, because the headphone mic is absolute doo doo. Like it's straight cheeks. Like it's actually so bad. Like it feels like I'm talking underwater and you're listening to me from like 30 meters away. All right. Like it's unbearable, even for me. Right. Like I'm all about low quality, but then, like, even then, like, that's way too low quality. Like it hurts to listen to. So, bought a mic. And with me buying a mic, I can yap as I'm working out, right? Even though it's still awkward, like this mic is decent enough where I can like kind of whisper, to the mic and it still picks up, right? So it feels like I'm kind of on call and whatnot. Like I'm not shouting in the gym, right? So yeah, if I include all of the clips from those 2 days, then this is going to be really, really long. And I'm going to be honest, even I wouldn't watch it. So, cutting it into two. So, I might record more clips for tomorrow if I have time for a push day. So there would be two push days in the next video. But also at the same time, Sunday I have a quantum physics midterm, which I heard it's hard, so I might not even go. But I probably will. And then Sunday is legs, so I'll record leg day clips. And hopefully, after the midterm on Sunday night, I'll edit the video, post everything, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching once again. I'm gonna assume no one actually reaches this point in the video. So if you are, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I'll see you in the next one, probably Sunday night or Monday night, depending on if I get lazy or if I get busy with homework and the exam and like 5 other projects that's due, which like I thought this semester was going to be nice and cruising, and that's why I planned to cut this semester. But no, it's actually kind of annoying how much random stuff there is for me to do. But it is what it is. I did this to myself. Yeah, thank you for watching again. Yep, see you in the next one. Bye.